Today we play the enemy. Every Typhoon pilot regularly flies against real aircraft. These hostile training forces are called Red Air. We are here at Teesside Airport in the UK at a company called Draken. Draken has the largest private air force in the world, and they are very good in being bad. We will see the planes, talk to the pilots, be part of the briefings and get airborne to fight against the Typhoons. So come with me, this is the Fighter Show with Flo. So now let's get really sucked into the Red Air topic. Next to me is now Pip. He's flying here L159s and is a former Royal Air Force Typhoon pilot. Hi Pip, how are you doing?
Hi Flo, great to meet you.
Now Pip, what's your job when you're flying against the Typhoons here at Draken?
So we're simulating enemy aircraft so that the Royal Air Force are the most prepared that they can be in case they have to step into a conflict or any future conflict.
And how is that? I mean, is it a permanent dogfight you're delivering then up there?
So we cover right from beyond visual range fighting all the way into that dogfight and the within visual range fighting.
Now when you're going on a normal sortie, how many of the L159s are you using there usually?
So we normally get airborne with 4 L159s, but we also get airborne with Falcon EW aircraft as well.
So that's the electronic warfare component Draken is also delivering to the Royal Air Force?
That's right.
Yeah, and we come back to that in a minute. Question to an ex-Royal Air Force Typhoon pilot. We all know that the 159 is a rather light attack aircraft. Normally against the Typhoon you get almost no chance. What's your secret to survive a bit longer in that battle?
So the aircraft is quite small, so difficult to see, so hopefully we can get into that dogfight and that merge without being seen. We can hide behind the electronic warfare that the Falcons provide to hopefully get us into that merge, and also the experience of us being ex-fighter pilots. We know their tactics, so we can punish any mistakes that they make.
Well, and Pip, good luck against the Typhoons.
Thank you.
As everybody who's part of the Fighter Show is getting the official Fighter Show patch, that's yours, Pip. Thanks for the chat.
Thank you, and here's your badge as well, Flo.
Oh wow, that's the official Honey Badger patch. Great, thank you very much. And we were talking about the electronic warfare, about the Falcon 20, and the Fighter Show is now taking a ride, fighting against the Typhoons. This is the Fighter Show with Flo.
Su-27, button 4, loadout as you see on the lineup card, but nominally taking heater shots only. Please log any contrails that you see, just for the debrief. Will die as the shots come in, and I'll kill people out appropriately. In the south, the Honey Badgers are going to flow nominally.
Hi Steve, how are you doing?
Morning, how you doing?
Steve, you are the senior base pilot here at Teesside. How many aircraft do you have here?
Yeah, that's right. So, senior base pilot Teesside. I'm on the Falcon fleet. We've got 5 Falcons, of which we have up to 11 captains and 7 first officers. Then we have the 159 fleet, where we're scaling up to 14 pilots.
Oh, well, that's quite a crew, right?
Yeah, it's a good bunch.
Now, who is deciding on what should be trained? Is it you, or is there somebody from the Royal Air Force telling you what should be trained on that day?
Yeah, so it's all customer driven. So it's the RAF and the Typhoon squadrons we work with, and F-35s mainly from Teesside here. So they'll state what their desired learning objectives are for that mission, and we'll take those and either create the runs ourselves to facilitate that, or they'll be very scripted with what they want us to do.
And how much of that does the Typhoon pilot who should be trained know about it?
So again, if it's an OCU sortie, the student may not know that much, the instructor clearly will, and likewise, depending on how much freedom they've given us to make the runs, how aware they're going to be of what we're going to deliver.
So that means there's a bit of surprise in it, right?
There can be.
Now, how long does the standard sortie take? What's the standard timing?
Yeah, so it's about 20-30 minutes for us to get to the airspace, likewise 20-30 minutes to get back, so that takes up about an hour. So an hour and a half to just over 2 hours total. Speaking of which, I believe your sortie is taxiing in about 10 minutes, so...
Oh, I need to hurry up. Good. Then I'll give you the official Fighter Show patch. Thank you very much, Steve, and see you when we're back.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
time. I'm ready for the pre-start checks to leave.
Check right. Park brake.
Is on, the lights on, and we are chopped.
At time 35, taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 23. Port Hogbury back correct, surface wind 170 degrees 13, runway 23, clear for takeoff.
Runway 23, clear for takeoff, Warthog.
Yeah, there's a hair. Clear for takeoff, copy.
Good morning, Warthog, latitude 40 to the southeast, VFR. Crest 57 leaving, Warthog A1 passing altitude 3,500 feet. Warthog 2 plus 2,200 feet.
Pirate, booking up. Previous airspace, users still in airspace, bullseye 26090.
Flight traffic cross 3008.
We are now at 28,000 feet altitude and are in the back of Falcon 20 where the Evo is sitting, the electronic warfare officer. Hi Cheesy, how are you doing?
Hey, how you doing? You okay?
Yeah, yes, Cheesy, you are the nasty guy here with us on the plane. What's your main task?
So my task is to use the kit on the aircraft, the jamming pods that we saw outside, the comms jammer, to make life difficult for Blue, and to try to blind their sensors and disrupt their situational awareness.
And how do you do that? I mean, we saw the pods outside. What's in your toolkit to do that?
Yeah, so two main types of pods. We've either got a threat simulation pod, which can make us appear like a flanker or a fulcrum on the systems of the Blue fighters. And then we've got the jamming pods, which try to blind their sensors or produce false targets and basically disrupt their situational awareness in the cockpit.
What's your meanest thing you have in the toolbox to disturb the Typhoon pilots?
Cool, so in addition to jamming their radars, we can get inside their communications frequencies and actually play something like a car siren on my awful 80s playlist.
You really do that?
Yeah, absolutely, and we can use that just to disrupt their situational awareness and make life difficult for them. Okay.
So, what's your favourite soundtrack then for that?
Mate, I'm not going to go there. It's cheesy. What can I say?
Now, how does that all work? Do you follow a certain playbook, or is it just you pick and choose what you think disturbs the pilot best at the very moment?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. We try to scale our effect depending on what Blue wants. So if it's a really simple sortie that they're flying, maybe a first sortie for a new pilot on the jet, they don't want full of PA. So we'll give them quite a canned, low-level approach. If we're doing something like Cobra Warrior, though, a large force exercise, then absolutely we will turn everything up to 11 and really give it our best. And that's all to do with the interaction that we have with Blue before the mission. We'll speak to them, we'll find out what the training aims are, and between us we'll work out what sort of electronic attack they want on that particular sortie.
Okay, thanks Cheesy. Typhoon pilots of the Royal Air Force, look into that face. This is the man who is getting on your nerves constantly. Thank you, Cheesy. You need to go back to work, but beforehand, this is the official partnership patch for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
About 5 minutes to see the engineer with a pen. So let's just ask for the guy to come over with the pen again.
So we are back and just landed at Teesside Airport again. I'm still on the jump seat and now speaking to the pilots that, enjoyed flying just for the last hour. Hi Ali, hi Ben, how are you doing?
Hey, great, so thanks for having me.
Now Ben, we just died 3 times in the last hour. How does it feel for you?
Actually feels great, we are supposed to die, and that means we'll be able to provide the training required from the different squadrons that we work with.
Well, now, Ali, it must be quite satisfying to be like a coach for the Royal Air Force and try to make the best even better, right?
Yeah, it's really rewarding to be part of something that's making a real big difference to their training and what they do operationally as well.
Now, Ben, how do you measure success? I mean, are you part of any debriefs together with the Royal Air Force, or how do you know that your mission here, the last hour, has been successful?
Yeah, well, initially plan with the Air Force. They'll ask us to do certain techniques and be certain aeroplanes. We'll then get airborne, fly the mission, land. We'll debrief ourselves, and then we'll ring the squadron to see if they have any debrief points as well.
Good, and you're both coming from the civil world, that's right?
Yes.
So I bet there are more boring jobs than this one as a civil pilot.
This is hands down the best civilian job out there, having been here for 13 years. The blend of teamwork in the multi-crew environment, but also working with militaries here and around the world, there's nothing else like it.
Now, helping the Typhoon pilots to get even better, and there is still some time also for private YouTube channels, right? You have one, Ben, too?
There is a private YouTube channel, yeah. I filmed all my flight training before getting my PPL all the way up to becoming a commercial pilot. I've not uploaded much recently, but I will get back into it.
Okay, what's the name of it?
It's Plain Old Ben.
Okay, if you haven't seen it yet, that's your chance. Go on YouTube, watch Ben's YouTube channel. We are at the end of this Fighter Show episode, but beforehand, of course, everybody is getting the official Fighter Show patch. Ali, that's yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And of course, for you, Ben, I've got one too. Here it is.
Thanks for that.
This is yours. Thank you very much. Guys, this was the Fighter Show with Flo. We played one day Red Air. Take care. See you soon. And may the Air Force be with you.